Hi there, I'm back for my second video. And for this video, I wanted to talk about holiday giving. Now, I know that holiday giving can be really joyful for a lot of us and then can also be stressful for the rest of us. I actually was wearing my holiday PJs today, so I thought it'd be a perfect time to make a video about this subject that I was kind of contemplating a few days ago. And I started getting all this information that was coming in about this subject and writing it down, journaling about it. And then I was like, I think I should make a video about this. And I just so happen to have my PJs on, my Christmas PJs. So, um, so I wanted to talk about this first category of giving that can be challenging for myself, and I'm sure a lot of you out there. And that is feeling obligated to give to certain people. Like maybe there's there's a certain group of family members that you've just been always obligated to give to because they always give to you. And that obligation piece can sometimes take the joy out of giving, or often take the joy out of giving, and infuse this kind of hard, constricting feeling around the need to give versus the wanting to give. I often hear people say around the holidays, oh, I still have to get 3 more gifts. I still have 5 more gifts on my to-do list that I have to give, versus saying, I get to find 3 more gifts for these people that I love or these people that mean something to me. And it cultivates this hardness and this resistance, really, around giving. And so a way to kind of remedy that is, instead of telling yourself the story of I have to do this, think about that person for a second. Let's try it right now. There's probably at least one person on your list that you feel like you have to give to. It's just another $20 you might be telling yourself, that you feel like you have to give to that person. So think about that person. When they come up in your mind, then ask yourself, what's special about that person? And then answer that question for yourself. Ask yourself, why are they important in the world? Or what do they give to the world? What do they give to the surrounding people in their life? And then ask yourself, why do I care about this person? When you start to answer those 3 questions, your heart will begin to soften and you'll realize, you know what, I actually really do want to give to this person. This person means a lot to me. I don't feel like I have to give. I want to give. I want to give. And so that's the first little point that I wanted to make. The second one is a lot of times we feel like we have to give the perfect gift. It has to be something that the person loves and has been wishing for all year long, and you're the person that comes in and saves the day and gets them that perfect gift. But what I want to say about perfectionism is perfectionism can be a little dangerous because it can create a lot of stress and anxiety in our own bodies. And then we're going into the shopping process really constricted. And instead of going into the shopping process with this big open heart and feeling like we're giving from a place of love, we're going into the shopping process and the giving process with this constricted feeling of needing to be perfect. And that's not giving from a place of love. I mean, it's very loving to want to give perfectly, but love is really the only perfect thing in the world. So a tip for if you're feeling like if you're a perfectionism when it comes to gift giving, is to, before you walk into a store or before you go online, because I like to do my online shopping, just take a few deep breaths. And on every in-breath, imagine your heart space expanding. Imagine your heart glowing. And imagine that on every in-breath that your heart is getting more still and more at peace. It might just take 5 breaths, maybe 10. And then walk into the store or or log online and do your shopping from a place of peace. And just say the mantra to yourself. Any gift I give with love is the perfect gift. Any gift I give with love is the perfect gift. And that way you won't have to worry and scour the earth for that perfect gift for that perfect person. Another kind of giving block that I run into myself is when I feel like the person I'm giving has it all. So when it's hard for me to think of what to give a person. This happens often with adults that can just buy for themselves, that can just give to themselves throughout the year. So maybe a person would love for you to give something to a charity in their name. And not knowing what to give to a person can cause you stress too. And so I was kind of contemplating this realm of giving yesterday, and a visualization tool came to me when I was thinking about, well, how do you decide and how do you give with peace to a person that you feel like has everything? And the tool that came to me was a visualization tool. So you close your eyes during the visualization, and you can do this now as I speak it, or you can do it later. So the visualization tool is you close your eyes, take a deep breath, then you imagine the person that you're feeling confused about what to give sitting on a bench, sitting on a park bench, or just sitting on a bench somewhere. And then you walk up to that person holding a gift in your hand. You hand it to them. Then you imagine them opening it. And upon opening it and seeing what's inside, you see this huge, joyful, filled smile come upon that person's face that you have no idea what to give to. And as they pick up the item, what is that item? What is that item that is giving them so much joy in their heart? So go through a few ideas in your head of what that item could be. Maybe on the first idea, you're like, that was the idea. How did I not think of that before? Or maybe it's the third or fourth idea that you come up with. But when I did this visualization for myself the other day, when it came to me, I went through a few items. They just didn't feel right. I was like, no, he really wouldn't want that. And about the fourth idea, I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? That is perfect. And there's something about visualizing the joy of that person kind of ignites the idea within you that was already dormant inside you that you might have just been pushing aside because you were so stressed about trying to figure it out. Something about seeing that person joyful opening that gift ignites the idea right into your head. And so I invite you to try it. It surprised me because I had been trying to think about what to give to this person for about 2 weeks now, and kind of stuck in my mind. But doing this visualization kind of tapped me into my intuitive sense on what would be a super easy, fun idea to get this person. And bam, the idea was right there. The fourth thing I wanted to touch on is don't forget to give to yourself this season. Not meaning in the literal sense of buying yourself stuff, which you totally could do that if you wanted to, but in the form of self-love. So cultivating a daily practice of self-love to where you're either doing 5 minutes of yoga a day, or you're doing, a few minutes of art or singing, or a project that means a lot to you that you often put off, a bubble bath, sitting down with a hot cup of coffee or tea or hot chocolate and just breathing. Daily practices that help return you back to your peace and help you give with kindness. Give with kindness wherever you go. Give tangibly with kindness, gifts, and give with kindness with your presence at grocery stores, anywhere that you go. When you're grounded in peace and self-love, you can be a vessel all year long to where you're giving kindness and joy and being a light for others. And that's really the real gift. And you can give that without stepping in a store for the rest of your life. You could be a gift of light and a gift of love. And you can do that by just daily action steps of self-love and grounding down in peace. So Thank you so much for listening to my little holiday rant. I so much appreciate it. I wish you a super happy holiday season and a really happy, joyful new year. Much love. Talk to you soon.